Alright guys, I just stopped and picked up some Taco Bell. I'm gonna go wake Mason up. He's asleep, obviously, he works thirds, but he's gonna be getting up soon, and yeah, I'm going to pick up, I just picked up some Taco Bell, I'm heading to his house. I'm gonna eat some lunch, and then I think we're gonna try and put his gooseneck in. I'm gonna make this turn here real quick. Sketchiness, bad intersection. But yeah, so I just kind of want to get a couple clips, show you guys how this thing is driving with the big single 467 8390 on 7x9s and my Edge comp box. I turned the pre-boost fuel pretty much all the way down, so that way whenever I take off and I give it anything over quarter throttle, it doesn't just sit there in black smoke. So we're trying to keep the fuel out of it until you get going a little bit. It seems to be doing all right. I need to get the AC hooked up in this thing. It's freaking hot. So hot in here. But here, I'll just accelerate to like 45. I'll show you guys what it does. £10 of boost. That was about half throttle. It's really not that bad. Really not that bad at all. All right guys, I now got it set on level 3 on 3, and it seems pretty decent right here on this level. I might go up to 4 just so that way the pump tap's actually doing something. I'm gonna slow way down and get on it. Here we go. This is 3/4 throttle. I'm only getting about 40 pounds of boost out of this. I think the injectors are kind of holding it back a little bit. And then obviously this is the high output injection pump, so that's kind of holding it back too, but it's not fueling very hard. It probably needs a bigger injector. Probably need at least like a 200, and then we can bring the tuning down with like a quad or something. I don't know. We'll see. The converter is a huge thing. I need to put a different converter in it as soon as possible. I think that's gonna help a lot.
That 25?
My boost or
miles per hour?
75.
25.
Alright guys, made it over here to Mason's, and he has some new parts for the truck. I'll let him get those popped open. We'll talk about those, but we did redo the intercooler pipe temporarily. This truck, we're going to UCC 6 days from now to do the Outlaw Diesel Revenge. So we won't be able to really mess with this pipe a whole lot. Just don't really have, I mean, it's not like it would take a long time to build it. It's just the parts. By the time you order everything, it'd be like probably Tuesday, Wednesday by the time we get everything. So won't be able to redo the pipe for this, but we were able to put a straight boot on it coming out of the turbo. And then that's all in its natural shape. Nothing's bent really hard. So hopefully that fixes the issue with it blowing this boot all the time, like after every 2 passes. And looks like Mason got, obviously the transmission is still out of the truck right now currently. It's over at my house, but he also got, so it's gonna have billet intermediate, and just for now we're gonna put the standard input back in it. But he did get some of the stuff for next time it gets pulled out to upgrade to the Magnum shaft. So I don't really know what else is different on it.
They just bore this out to accept it.
Okay. That just accepts the larger shaft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I figured instead of doing it myself, we'll just buy a fresh unit.
Buy a freshie. Yeah. So I got that from Power Driven Diesel, but with that and a new converter, this truck will have a Magnum input shaft, a billet input or intermediate shaft, and then a standard size billet output. So it's pretty much as billet as you can get a transmission at that point. It should never, I mean, it's gonna need rebuilt, you know, occasionally, but it shouldn't break anything major anymore, like ever. Shouldn't ever break anything.
That's the whole point.
That's the point. That's why we change the stuff and make it tougher. But
it's not really fun spending money on broken stuff.
No, it's not. All right, guys. Now I'm gonna get started on pulling this long block apart. This is a 5.7 Hemi. It's that 4-gen gas truck out there. Makes a pretty bad ticking noise, which I'll show you guys here in a minute, but I'm gonna start with pulling the harness off this thing, pull the intake off. Basically, we just wanna strip it down to a long block and put all the stuff off that motor on this one because we know all that stuff's good. So I'll start stripping it down and then I'll pull that thing in and start taking it apart. It's pretty much stripped down to a long block. I just gotta pull the exhaust bolts out. I'm gonna heat those with a torch, just to make sure I don't break them, and get them pulled out. And I think we're gonna have to switch the oil pan on this motor too, so after this, I may, I don't know, I may pull the other truck in and start working on it. You guys can hear, she's a little noisy girl. All right guys, we got Monster Garage over here. We've been working on the truck for a couple hours. Haven't really been in a super big hurry. We stopped to eat.
You say Monster Garage?
Yeah, I called you Monster Garage. That's what Xavier used to call it. Yeah, it might be copyright, but we got the, already had the truck up in the air, got all the exhaust, converter bolts, transmission loose, bunch of bull crap down there you gotta take apart. And now we're just waiting on a fan clutch tool. I don't have fan clutch tool because I never need them. I never do anything to need them. But Bailey's bringing one over right now so we can get the fan off, pull the radiator out, and then we can pretty much just pull the motor out. And then we gotta switch the oil pan out. Put the oil pan off that engine on this one with a new gasket. Stick this motor back in. And we'll probably get it most of the way wrapped up tonight, but if not, we'll have to finish it tomorrow. All right guys, the motor is pulled out. They just pop right out of there. Don't have to pull the core support off. Putting the oil pan off this engine on this one. Switching the engine mounts out. Switching that little plate there that goes in between the motor and the trans, just because the one on that engine's really bent. Got the oil drained out of it. So yeah, we're basically just gonna switch the stuff over, put it on that motor, set it right back down in there. This truck did have a block heater on it. You can see I had to unplug that. It's kind of weird. I think it was maybe a police vehicle or some type of fleet vehicle. This engine here, yeah, you can see it doesn't have it. But we gotta find a way to set this thing down without an oil pan on it. We'll probably put it on some jack stands and switch everything out real quick, set that motor in. And then yeah, so moving right along. Gotta get the first fire up on camera, see how much noise she's gonna make. Listen to her purr now. Let her run for a little bit. Pump up those lifters. She's quiet as a mouse. Oh yeah. What do you think, Craig? Is she certified? Eh. Take the gate off. That's what it takes, boys. You gotta stay up till 1:30 in the morning. That way you can golf the next day. Ain't gotta freaking mess with this thing. Now we can go golfing. Is that right, Craig? You ready to go hit some tees? All right, guys. This is like 2 in the morning. I'm gonna go inside to edit this video for you guys. Kind of a different one. Not really a lot going on. Just doing a little bit of driving clips and then obviously switching that motor tonight. It's like 2 in the morning right now. I'm gonna go try and get this edited and be in bed by like 3. And then tomorrow, I want to work on my truck a little bit, and then we have another truck that's going to be coming onto the channel. You guys are going to get to see. We're going to be doing quite a bit of work on it, building the trans in it, and then fixing some steering stuff, putting a steering box on it, and just some other small stuff, but I might get into that tomorrow. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. Be sure to check out the website as well, dirtydiamonddiesel.com. We have a lot of cool stuff on there. We have key tags, stickers, you guys can pick those up, support the channel, support what we do. And we also have AirDog products on there as well, so you can select what vehicle you have, and if you want, you can order an AirDog or a Raptor fuel system for your diesel truck through me. Really do appreciate it, guys, but without further ado, see you on the next one.